They broke up, they got back together, and then in a move planned for 18 months, he proposed.
18 months. Wow.
Tonight, we are diving deep into the full-circle love story of Ryan Destiny and Keith Powers. And honestly, it's a relationship arc that proves true love might be more about resilience, not perfection.
Absolutely.
Welcome to Starscope Report. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jamie.
We're here to break down all the Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and yeah, those influencer scandals too. From red carpet surprises to viral TikTok stuff, we get into the stories behind the headlines.
And we have a lot to unpack today, especially these surprising details about an engagement that was, as you said, a year and a half in the making.
It's pretty wild.
And I think what's really interesting here, Jordan, is framing this as an exploration of how stars today are kind of reclaiming their own stories, redefining relationship goals for a whole new generation.
Okay, so let's start with the big reveal. The masterclass in celebrity announcements, maybe.
Yeah, you could call it that.
It was October 5th, 2025, a Sunday. Both Powers, who's 33, and Destiny, 30, they dropped the exact same photo carousel, same images, same caption.
Just 6 words, right.
Exactly. Engaged to the love of my life. Super simple.
And that felt different. It really did. It was described, I think you said, as a masterclass in communication.
Yeah.
Very unified, very understated. It felt like a statement of permanence.
So why did that specific approach work so well? That unified, kind of quiet thing?
Well, I think it bypasses the whole media circus.
Yeah.
It signals they're completely aligned internally first. It tells everyone, look, we decided this together. We're presenting it our way. It's narrative control.
Right. Taking back the power.
Totally.
But, okay, the photos themselves, they weren't exactly spontaneous iPhone pics, were they? The source is called the Moody, romantic, almost cinematic. You see them on the sunken sofa in a cool kitchen. It felt very curated.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that square with, authenticity? Isn't that kind of a contradiction? Curated authenticity.
That's a really sharp point. And I think that paradox, that contradiction, is actually key to why it worked.
Okay. How so?
They're projecting a feeling, right? A feeling of authentic, lived-in connection. You see the intimacy of their home, their space.
Yeah.
But they're also carefully controlling the look, the aesthetic.
Ah, okay.
So it's artistic, it's private, it's not messy or totally raw. Destiny even kind of acknowledged it on her Instagram story. She thanked the team for going on a literal quest with us.
Right, I saw that. And she added, not your normal engagement shoot.
Exactly. So they gave the public art, basically, not just, full access.
So they satisfy that public curiosity, but with really high-quality content, while still keeping their actual personal life, personal.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smart blueprint. Moving away from, say, the big glossy magazine exclusive towards something they curate themselves, something artistic that they totally own.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you saw it in the reaction, right? The industry response was huge, immediate. All that support from their A-list circle.
Totally. You mentioned Issa Rae just commenting everything, and Lori Harvey, Chloe Bailey, Naomi Campbell, too, who played Destiny's mom on Star.
Yeah, that kind of validation from peers, it just cemented the whole thing. It gave it real weight.
Okay, so that rollout was clearly meticulous, which I guess reflects the planning behind the proposal itself. Let's get into that. This wasn't exactly a spur-of-the-moment decision, was it?
Oh, not even close. This is the end of a very long game. Powers himself said he'd been planning it for a year and a half.
Wow, a year and a half.
Yeah. And if you track that back, the planning basically started not long after they officially got back together in early 2025.
So right away, as soon as they reconciled, he was thinking marriage.
Seems like it. It signals this immediate, really decisive commitment.
That timing is significant. It kind of shuts down any idea that, the reconciliation was maybe fragile or just temporary. This was planned, long term.
It definitely speaks to a certain maturity, I think.
Yeah.
And Powers even admitted, that things kept pushing the proposal back. External factors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said, it made me a bit anxious, but I never questioned God's timing, which adds this sort of grounded, almost spiritual feel to it all.
Right. It wasn't about public pressure or timelines, but about patience and, faith.
Exactly. It makes the whole thing feel more sincere somehow.
And the actual moment, the proposal itself, they kept that super private.
Totally private. It happened in August 2025, just a sweet, private candlelit dinner, apparently at the Rosewood Miramar Beach.
Nice.
Yeah, and they described it as really intimate and tender. Choosing that kind of secluded, private setting for the big moment, it just reinforces that whole value they seem to share, keeping the important stuff away from the spotlight.
Which, again, boosts that feeling of authenticity they're projecting.
Right.
And of course, we have to talk about the ring. It was definitely front and center in those Moody photos. Experts were impressed.
Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful ring. A 3.5 carat oval cut diamond. Apparently, superb quality.
Okay.
Set in a simple, elegant platinum four-prong setting. Estimated value around $160,000. But beyond the price tag, the style is interesting strategically. The oval cut is very popular right now, but jewelers also call it timeless.
Ah, timeless. So that choice, even the cut of the diamond, reinforces the whole narrative they're building. Durability, permanence.
Exactly. It all fits together.
So this engagement, it really feels like the culmination of, what, almost a decade? Their whole story?
Pretty much.
Let's maybe trace that journey back. It started with friendship, right? 2015, a teen Vogue party.
Yeah, they met there, friends first. Destiny even admitted she shamefully liked Keith from the start, but they built that platonic base first.
Which is probably key, right? That
Yeah.
friendship foundation.
I think it's absolutely key to understanding why they seem so solid now. By 2017, it turned romantic. Then their big red carpet debut in 2018 at the BET Awards. They quickly became, one of young Black Hollywood's favorite couples.
Yeah, everyone loved them together. Which is why the split in January 2022 was such a shock to fans.
Huge shock. But that separation, looking back, might be the most strategically important part of their whole story.
How so?
Because it wasn't messy. It wasn't dramatic, like so many celebrity breakups. It was framed as amicable, a conscious uncoupling.
Right, the Gwyneth Paltrow term.
Exactly. And the sources suggest they did it specifically to focus on their individual growth, their careers.
Okay, so why was framing it that way, conscious uncoupling, such a smart move, media-wise?
Well, it allowed them to keep that mutual respect intact. It completely avoided any public bitterness or blame games.
Okay. No burned bridges.
Precisely. No drama, no assigning fault. So they could both go off and focus on their careers without this toxic breakup narrative hanging over them.
Well,
And crucially, it left the door wide open for them to get back together later without everyone being super skeptical.
it reframes the breakup not as a failure, but just a phase, necessary evolution.
Exactly. A pause for growth.
Because they kept that respect, they could still support each other publicly, right? They were seen together at events like the Essence Black Women in Hollywood Awards in 2023, Coachella. That kept the buzz going.
It fueled all that speculation until Destiny finally confirmed they were officially back together in February 2025.
And since then, Powers especially has talked about their bond in a really profound way.
Yeah, he used that analogy, remember,
Yeah.
comparing their partnership to like siblings or family,
Right. He said something like, we could fight, but we love each other, we come back.
which is a huge shift narratively. It moves beyond just conditional romantic love to something that sounds much more unconditional, like family. That's a powerful statement.
That deep commitment, it's happening just as both of their careers are frankly exploding.
Yeah.
It really cements their status as this formidable creative and cultural force. Their careers have really risen in parallel.
Absolutely in parallel. You look at Keith Powers, started in modeling, then got those breakout roles straight out of Compton, the New Edition story on TV,
Yeah, he was great in that.
wasn't he? And now he's firmly a leading man. Big projects like The Perfect Find, Uglies, and he won an NAACP Image Award in 2024. He's got commercial success, critical acclaim.
And meanwhile, Ryan Destiny's trajectory is just as impressive. Started in music, remember Love Dollhouse?
Vaguely.
Then her big acting break in Star. But the real game changer seems to be that lead role as the boxer Clarissa Shields in The Fire Inside. That movie got serious buzz.
Oh, major buzz. Critically acclaimed biopic. It got her nominations, Gotham Awards, Indie Spirits, Black Reel Awards. It really positioned her as a serious, dramatic actress with, like you said, real cultural capital.
So it's not like one star carrying the other. It's two people hitting their professional stride like at the exact same time.
Which gives them this unique leverage together, right? So when Destiny calls Powers her cheerleader, or Powers says Destiny has made me a better artist,
It's more than just cute couple talk.
exactly. It's a public acknowledgement that their success is intertwined. It reinforces their whole brand as this unified team that lifts each other up.
This whole narrative, the resilience, choosing resilience over just performing perfection, that's why their story seems to be hitting such a nerve culturally, isn't it?
I think that's exactly it. Their journey, the happiness, the strategic breakup, the supportive friendship during the split, then the reunion, it makes their current happiness feel so earned.
Yeah. Earned is a good word.
And it kind of normalizes the idea that sometimes you do need to separate to grow.
Yeah.
individually before you can really thrive together.
It's definitely a counter-narrative to that quick discard culture we sometimes see, where relationships are tossed aside instead of being worked on or allowed to evolve.
Yeah, it champions repair, evolution. And that focus on intention, it seems like it's carrying through to their wedding plans too.
Right. They mentioned approaching the planning with that same kind of patience and communication.
Yeah, prioritizing a meaningful celebration, family, close friends, maybe a favorite artist performing. It sounds like they want to keep it personal, not just some huge, opulent spectacle.
Okay, so that brings us nicely to the final thought we want to leave you, the listener, with today.
Hmm.
Their whole journey has been defined by kind of refusing traditional celebrity paths, right? Prioritizing that intentional separation, the thoughtful reconciliation. Now, as they head towards marriage, the big question is, will the sheer pressure of their combined fame, their power couple status, eventually push them towards that traditional Hollywood wedding, the huge
Oh,
spectacle?
can they actually manage to keep it authentic?
Yeah.
Keep the focus on meaning,
Yeah.
the way they've tried to manage their relationship narrative so far. It's a fascinating tension to watch.
It really is. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on it. You've been listening to Starscope Report, where
And
Jordan's
Jamie.
uncovered the stories shaping Hollywood music and pop culture. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.